Good morning, students. Welcome to Social Science class of 9th standard. Today we will learn Economics first chapter, Natural Resources. In this chapter, we are going to learn the meaning and types of resources, scarcity of resources, the need for conservation of resources, and ways to reduce our ecological footprint. Resource is a broad term, it indicating all the materials that humans use in conducting their economic activities of production, exchange and consumption. Among the various types of resources, the natural resources are the major ones, sources that are available for human use. These are the gift of nature without which the survival of life is impossible. The sunlight, water, air, forest, soil, biodiversity, mineral ores, etc. are the natural resources which are vital for survival. With the increase in global population to more than 7 billion, it has become very difficult to provide even the basic amenities to a large segment of population. So, in this chapter, we will study issues related to resources scarcity, environmental conservation, and reducing our ecological footprint. Natural resources like the soil which grows food, water that supports many of our activities, the trees that give us many services, the air we breathe, the minerals that are raw materials for many products, etc., are all natural resources. Without these, our life would not have been so comfortable. So, natural resources are classified into two types: renewable resource and non renewable resources. Let us study them briefly. Renewable resources. Some natural resources get replenished as we use them. So, these resources are called renewable resources. Nature, through its natural processes, goes on replenishing them. They are also called non-exhaustible resources. Water, land, forest, air, sunlight, and heat are some examples. Non-renewable resources. Some natural resources get depleted as we go on using them. Means it cannot be created again. These resources are known as exhaustible resources. For example, minerals like iron ore, copper, gold, manganese, bauxite, etc. Fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Nature cannot replenish them through its process. So, they are also known as non-renewable resources. Resources can also be classified as biotic and abiotic resources. Biotic resources are those that are derived from living organisms, and abiotic resources are those that are derived from non-living components of the nature. Example for biotic resources: plants and animals. And example for abiotic resources are water, soil, minerals, etc. Next, scarcity of resources. Scarcity means shortage of resources. Here, all our basic needs like food, shelter, clothes are met out of various natural resources like air, water, soil, minerals, coal, petroleum, animals, and plants. But how long these precious materials of the nature will be available for our use? Why we are getting this shortage of resources? Because of the growing population. Rapid industrialization means establishing of more industries, and urbanization have created heavy demand on all these materials. Because of our ever increasing wants, we are facing the problem of scarcity of resources. So the main factors of increasing scarcity are, so first one, the main is overpopulation. So because of the increasing population, we need the land for growing the food and providing shelter. But for this purpose, what we are doing? We are cutting the forest and we are converting the forest land into agriculture land. Why? Because to fulfill the needs of the people. So not only this, even we are converting agriculture land into residential and industrial land to fulfill the basic need of the people: food, shelter and clothing. Next, growing industrialization. So because of establishment of more industries, we are extracting continuously mineral ores to fulfill the needs of human beings. So resulting in emptying of mines. So minerals are non-renewable resources, get depleted as we go on using them. Even industries discharge chemical waste in river, lakes, streams, etc. Factories sometimes turn waterways into open sewers by dumping oil, toxic chemicals and other harmful liquids into them, causing water pollution. Next, expanding urban areas. Urban areas are those where a huge population lives in a small area. Naturally, the demand for resources and generation of waste is very high, contributing to reduction in quantity and quality of resources. So, the Bangalore, which receives Kaveri water from hundreds of kilometers away, and that pure water is converted into wastewater by household and industrial units. Next, atmospheric pollution. Factories produce air pollution by burning fuels, carrying out chemical process and releasing into air. And with the greater burning of diesel and petrol, more harmful elements like carbon dioxide and dust get into the air and polluting it. This reduces the availability of clean air. Next, water pollution and land degradation. When the human, hospital, industrial and other waste are dumped in the open space, they affect the land and water, reducing the quality as well as availability. So water is also polluted by the agricultural and household activities. So the increase in population and their increased economic activities have increased scarcity and affected the quality of resources. Scarcity can be overcome by, first one, the exploration and discovery of new sources of resources. Next, discovering substitutes and alternatives like solar and wind power in the place of coal power, ethanol in place of diesel, plastic furniture in place of wooden furniture, etc. Next, increasing the efficiency of resource. Use machines that consume less resources like 4-stroke engine in place of 2-stroke engine. Next, government policies to regulate overuse of resources and pollution. Educating people about conservation of resource and less polluting ways of doing everyday activities. For example, the Swachh Bharata Abhiyan is India's big cleanliness drive ever. The campaign covers as many as 4,041 towns and aims at cleaning streets, roads and infrastructure. It was officially launched on October 2, 2014 at Rajghat, New Delhi. World Nature Conservation Day is celebrated on July 28 across the world in order to raise awareness about protecting nature and conserving our natural resources. With the problems like deforestation and illegal wildlife trade, so like that, government did many policies to regulate overuse of resources. So students, today we have learned meaning and types of resources and scarcity of resources. In next session, we will learn about conservation of resources.